17 people have been arrested in connection with the communal violence between the Tiv and Jukun communities in Benue State.
Conflict between indigenous farmers and semi-nomadic cattle herders are frequent, so also are ethnic and religious clashes.
If you are in need of blood transfusion, you won't ask if the blood were in Hausas, Igbos, or any other person's blood. So, if it wouldn't matter at that point, why should it at any other?
On October 1st, the first Unity Photography exhibition themed ANISZA was organized in the city of Abuja.
We feel that there is something special about this exhibition, and we're all, as I am, I'm sure, extremely pleased to be here today.
The 5-day exhibition targeted at young people was an expose to our rich unity story. It is a public-private partnership between the media team in the Office of the President, the Ministry of Information, and several private promoters. Over 100 students from different schools in various parts of the country, including the FCT, were invited and hosted to experience the grand opening of ANISZA 2018. Whilst at the hotel, the students had the opportunity to interact with one another and got to understand and appreciate the essence of the exhibition.
You tell me what's her favorite food. She don't have. What's her favorite color? She likes, okay, blue. What's her favorite? Black.
As an expression of delight and their understanding of ANISZA, a few of them got poetic.
In this country, I see diversity beyond discrimination. You can't change the world, but you can be part of the reason why the world is changing. For the past 59 years, we've not had the best leaders, but these 59 years have cultivated beautiful people with beautiful stories, different backgrounds and perspectives. The day you see beyond the blood, religion, state of origin, past, old mistakes, and all that, and see the person in front of you as a human being, a brother and a friend, is the day you find the change that you have longed for.
His favorite food. What's his apple? What's her best color?
I think from the clothes she's putting on.
Our guidance are big, they're playing smart or not.
It was time to leave the hotel for the exhibition ground. The students were safely transported from their hotels to the venue of the grand opening. The exhibition was held in a containerized gallery which was creatively crafted into the letter N and adorned with our national colors. The gallery housed several antique photographs sourced from within and outside Nigeria. These photographs are a true reflection of a united Nigerian people. Apart from young people comprising students, who were the primary targets of the exhibition, professionals and photo enthusiasts from all walks of life were part of the 5-day exhibition. ANISZA provided a platform for young people who have never before had it close to their heritage to experience the power in our invaluable stories in the form of photographs. The grand opening of Nigeria's first ever Unity Photo exhibition was scheduled for October 1st and had the honor of the presence of His Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. His Excellency, the Vice President, formally declared the 5-day exhibition open and had a walkthrough with the project visionary, Novo Isioro.
It is my very special pleasure and privilege to open this once in a lifetime exhibition, ANISZA, the story of Nigeria's unity for the benefit of Nigerians and all of our friends all over the world.
Photographs of a fully built vessel by the Nigerian Navy, the first set of NYSC graduates, the last parliament before independence were amongst the photographs cited by the Vice President. the Minister for Trade and Investment, Hajia Abubakar, the Head of Service, Mrs. Winifred Oyoita, Senior Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adeshino, the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Mr. Ade Ikpaye, Special Advisor to the President on Niger Delta, Mr. Iyamo Edobo, and other senior government officials were also present at the ANISZA grand opening. Kelechi Amadiobi, Uche James Iroha, Leke Adenuga, Sheun Akinsomi, and other renowned photographers and colleagues of Novo Isioro were present to support the ANISZA project. ANISZA was birthed out of a need to reunite splitting groups in our country who are mostly youths.
On this ground today, both young and old, all faiths and tribes and tongues represented here are gathered for one thing, one very important thing, the ANISZA dream, which is focused on readdressing or reorientating us to a nation that was once united. We are still united, but we could get better.
In Novo's words, if you are in need of blood transfusion, the doctors wouldn't ask if the blood were Yorubas, Igbos, or Hausas.
If you need a blood transfusion in the hospital, the doctor would not ask if it's a Yoruba blood or an Igbo blood or an Hausa blood. Because you want to save life, at that point it wouldn't matter.
From a previous documentary, she explains ANISZA.
Our theme, ANISZA, is gotten from 3 different indigenous languages in Nigeria: the Hausa, the Igbo, and the Yoruba. Igbo gave us AN, which stands for Anukono. Then Yoruba gave us IS, which stands for Ishokon. Hausa gave us ZA, which stands for Zamantari. We formed ANISZA. As a visual artist, a documentary photographer, I understand the impact of images, how an image says 1,000 words. There are a few things ANISZA hopes to achieve: to jumpstart a national discussion that will foster the unity story, to raise an advocacy group of young persons that will take the unity story across the nation, to ensure that history is properly placed in our educational curriculum at all levels. The very last and most crucial mission of ANISZA is to have a country where I am a Nigerian stand taller than I am whatever else.
The spoken words artist leads the occasion with their poetic dexterity.
Is this the moment we've all been waiting for? For the heart of Africa to beat again. To wake up at dawn without news of another bomb blast fast and bring back our girls' chant was a theme of the past. And yet I ask, is this the moment we've all been waiting for? Where change is not just the flicking of traffic lights, but the full conviction of a Nigerian's mind that our gallant soldiers will serve with honor and be honored. Where love first was for country and not the selfish self, and getting a job in the civil service had nothing to do with my tribe, and I would have to know that man or the other man for me to reach my humble dreams. And yet I ask, are this not the moments we've all been waiting for? So history calls upon us in brevity, from Agui's junta to Balawa's exit, of a polarized north and south, of troops and boots, of pelted flesh smacking in disgust, of a colonel's revolt and instant high on secession calls, but a general stand to go on with one Nigeria, of Murtala's mother, Shagari's reign, and Obasanjo's federation, of coups and counter-coups, from democracy to military and back to democracy. Would this be the moment we've all been waiting for, where the hopes of a nation, once wrapped in the shroud of Ahmadu Bello's turban, Awolowo's rhetorics and Azikiwe's eloquence will come alive this day in the full colors of a nation made of green, white, and green. I dare to say, let today be that moment you and I have been waiting for. Thank you.
The Managing Director, Shell Nigeria Exploration and Production Company, Mr. Bayo Ojulari, in his welcome note emphasized the commitment of Shell in partnering with various organizations to deliver social services as part of its corporate social responsibility.
Even in the choice of our social investment, we place high premium on education, health, sports, and other important areas of our national life.
Mr. Bayo Ojulari further emphasized the importance of ANISZA and the artistic value inherent in the exhibition.
We are not celebrating either Nigerian independence anniversary or our cultural heritage, each in isolation. Today's exhibition is a fusion of arts and liberty. And for lovers of art, you will agree with me that liberty or artistic license is the bedrock of arts.
The head of service, Mrs. Oyoita, recounted events of the Civil War and commended the visionaire for bringing back memories capable of fostering peace and unity.
So many of the younger Nigerians under the age of 40 don't know anything about what happened during the Civil War. I still remember in Calabar when the jets are flying low or where there's a bomb or shooting, we run and hide under the bed or in the cupboard or wardrobe or wherever your little body could fit into. So what Novo has done today is a very noble venture, and I really want to tell her that many of us are supporting you.
The Vice President reiterated the necessity of a new tribe to birth the Nigeria of our dreams.
It is my respectful view that to build the new Nigeria, we need a new tribe, one tribe, of men and women of all faiths, of all tribes, of all ethnicities, committed to a country run on high values, the high values of integrity, of hard work, of justice, and of love of country. A tribe of men and women who are prepared to make the sacrifices and exercise the self-constraints that is crucial to building a healthy society, and who are prepared to stick together, to fight injustice, to fight corruption, to insist on the rule of law, even when our friends are the receiving end. A tribe consisting of professionals, of businessmen, of politicians, of students, of religious leaders, and all who believe that a new Nigeria is possible. Thank you very much.
The students interacted with the Vice President and seized the opportunity to know him at close quarters. The Vice President, special guests, dignitaries, and Novo's industry colleagues expressed their delight at the ANISZA exhibition with the belief that the platform will catalyze our journey to a truly united Nigeria.
If history is anything to go by, then it means that we will overcome whatever tensions, whatever differences there are today.
That teaches us that if you forget the past, you are then bound to repeat the mistakes of the past.
Some of the pictures I saw there, they remind one of what was done for us as a nation in the past.
I engage with a lot of young people. I just realized, just like I didn't know, that we have this very rich bond as a country.
Knowing Novo with our creativity and the ability to bring things together, I hope we'll see a new Nigeria.
Back then, even in secondary school, I, being a Christian, attended the Muslim Student Society graduation in my secondary school. So through exhibition like this that takes us back in time, 50, 100 years, it can unlock the future for us.
The likes of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Tafawa Balewa. These were people who fought for the independence of this country, and I dare say the unity of this country. Critical to what the Vice President said, that photography has become a new tool to engineer the society.
As we go through the entire exhibition, you will come off knowing a little more about what brings us together.
I got Igbo friends. Kelechi and I have been photographers for how many years? I've never looked at him as somebody from another part of Nigeria.
We've demonstrated through history that we have the capacity to resolve our differences, the capacity to coexist, to work together.
I'm grateful to God that photography has lent itself once more, to confront the audience, the public, with the reality of who we really are and what we've been through in terms of history.
So bringing images, painting those mental pictures, I think is the way forward.
That's how this thing came about, to show young people that we have a country that was together, and we can only achieve more when we come together.
Guys, whether you're Christian or Muslim, Igbo, Hausa or Yoruba, we are all Nigerians.
We will see those times when Nigerians lived together in the real sense of brotherhood.
I think it's a beautiful, well-curated exhibition, and it has a theme, Unity of Nigeria.
Team ANISZA comprises young people from different backgrounds and religion, bonded by a common belief of the possibility of a truly united Nigeria.
I think this is the first time I've been anywhere where the Nigerian story has been told from the start, where you see the good and where you see the not so good.
ANISZA is the first unity photography exhibition in Nigeria because we have a shared past and a common destiny.
I have, practically been drawn back to the past when I was a kid. Stories I used to hear even before I was, about things that happened even before I was born, and it's been somewhat therapeutic, if I could say as well.
Some young persons that we're targeting cannot come to Abuja, cannot come to us, which is the base of this exhibition. We want to be able to take it to them. We want it to be mobile.
One thing was clear, Novo didn't want to be ordinary or regular. So came up with a rather crazy idea of using containers.
It looked like so many things were saying no or going to the contrary, from the venue to the possibility of having the cranes bring in the containers and getting the right people for the job.
ANISZA is a project that was done in a container. It's a containerized exhibition. Going to get containers to exhibit, it's not a day's feat.
As we went ahead, I started visualizing what she wanted to bring to life, which is the history of Nigeria told in different images, however highlighting unity, things that bring us together, that make us stronger as one unit.
It took us 4 weeks to get people from other part of the country, because we had to come with children that were somewhere like, is this real, is this not real? But at the end of the day, we were able to convince them, so it went very fine.
I have seen the power of photography, because there are a lot of things I know about Nigeria that I've seen today, just in photographs, and it brought a very different perspective.
You saw the kids that came yesterday from different parts of the country, which again was a major feat. I made a short video where kids were taking down notes. It's unfortunate that history is no longer in our curriculum.
If you don't know your story and tell your story, the story will be told nonetheless, possibly by other interests.
ANISZA provided the opportunity and the platform to get to work with secondary school children for the first time.
It was actually a very gratifying experience getting to work with these children and make sure that we imparted the sense of unity and togetherness.
One of the challenges working on this project, getting to bring kids from the 36 states to participate in ANISZA 2018, is parental consent. we are happy that with the partnership from the Federal Ministry of Education, we were able to get contact with schools in different states.
If the youths actually see the direct impact of their actions, by seeing what happened in the past, I think this can actually let them toe a line of responsibility and let them realize the direct implication of their actions.
We have different clubs that deals with literacy, health, but we don't have clubs that teaches our students about their history and stuff. So just from the kids that came from different states already, they've created groups, WhatsApp groups. They are going to interact and they are bringing up interesting ideas. Some of them walk to me, "Hey, Auntie Mabel, do you think we can start ANISZA club in my school? Do you think you can bring ANISZA to my school?" So I see ANISZA being established in different schools in Nigeria.
So if you look at this, the great Nigerian has no problem.
It's also important for young Nigerians, the kids that are being born today, the kids that were born like 10 years ago. We need to have an idea of where the country has come from.
I see ANISZA as an agent of change that will help to condition the minds of Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, to work together more and have a stronger sense of unity and togetherness.
In the future, what we want to do is I want to take what we are doing right now to every state. We would be doing a lot of things in schools, in organizations, to drive in or drive on the dream of ANISZA.
I see ANISZA being exhibited in the 36 states of Nigeria. I see ANISZA clubs in secondary school, universities.
Most young people do not really understand what their history is. Now, ANISZA is trying to right that defect.
I see ANISZA becoming the visual expression of our joint destiny as a nation.
We desire that at the end of the day, those participants will leave here with a core message of unity.
This Nigeria is ours, and let's show the world this is true.
Our common enemy is neither religion nor ethnicity. Our common enemy are a few misguided characters amongst us, preventing us from reaching for greatness, which is our shared destiny.